I'm Chris Fox, and this is The Bourbonite. I'm back. Now, what exactly does that mean? That means that I haven't put out a video in over a month, and I'll tell you why. Well, it's not really a good excuse, but it's an excuse nonetheless. I've been on the road a lot for my day job, so here's just a little B-roll sequence just so you can see what I've been up to that isn't bourbon related. My apologies that it's been a little while since I've been here to make a video, but like I said, work is work, and you gotta do stuff when I guess make hay while the sun's shining, something like that. You know what I'm saying. But since I'm back, let's talk about politics, because, you know, why not? We've never really done that, and it's kind of a big thing right now. So whether or not you're a big fan of our president, Donald Trump, he is doing some things that I guess could be interpreted as hurting whiskey, or at least hurting bourbon. The recent tariffs, I guess that are going to affect, I think it's the 15th of this month, have been in the news because, well, they're going to hurt some serious American exports. His tariffs won't, but other countries' responses. So, I mean, if you're really a big fan of Trump, you could blame other countries, but call it what you want. The political climate is going to cause the boom in bourbon to potentially start to crash, which is no good if you ask me. I'm a fan of making more bourbon and getting it out to more people as worldwide as possible. So what's happening? Well, because our president has put tariffs on the EU as well as Canada and Mexico, those countries have responded and put tariffs on stuff that the Americans are exporting. And there is one thing that we all love dearly that is overtly American, and that's bourbon. Now, don't quote me on this because I'm trying to just remember the numbers, but it was something like 43% of exports on bourbon has increased over the last decade. That's like $1 billion, like literally $1 billion in bourbon headed out of the country. And that's meant a big boom for bourbon companies, and it's helped them make expansions, grow their businesses, and honestly make some better and more interesting stuff for us to drink. So tariffs mean that now those bourbon companies that have done expansions may start pulling back, or worse, go out of business. Because bourbon is American made, that's one of the first things these countries kind of went after as a rebuttal to Trump's tariffs. So domestically, we can keep getting it, and that may sound like a good thing, right? More bourbon for us. But really what ends up happening is those businesses that have done those expansions and started to explore and experiment a little bit more in bourbon are going to have to start cutting back, and you're going to have to start seeing them do less experimentation and stick to the things that they know that sell, which is, I mean, I guess that's good for them to a degree because they know what sells, but it sucks because then we can't get new stuff. We can't get something interesting, and to be honest with you, I'm all about trying this new and weird bourbon and different experiments and barrel proofs and everything else. Fingers crossed they get it figured out, and hopefully bourbon not only stays domestic, but also grows internationally, because the more bourbon we can share, the more interesting bourbon we get to try. I'm all for more bourbon for more people. I mean, let's be real. That's what this is all about. And this doesn't help anybody. And again, I don't know what your political affiliations are. I hope you don't have any, because to be honest with you, it's a mess. But what I do know is, well, we may see a shortage in bourbon in the future, and it's already kind of starting to happen. Fingers crossed, there will be fewer tariffs and more bourbon on the horizon, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. That's it. So if you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and join the Patreon if you want to hear what I really think about specific bourbons. Because the channel's about culture and exploration. The Patreon's, well, giving my honest opinion. So, here's to no tariffs, and hopefully seeing bourbon stay worldwide to come. More positive things on the in the blah, blah, blah. Shit. So if you like it, nope. So if you like what you yeah, that's it.